Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to another speed build video. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having fun. Hope you had a good Juneteenth, because it's Juneteenth when I'm filming it, but it won't be when I put it up. So I just hope you had a good day, basically, even if you weren't really celebrating Juneteenth like that. Just hope you had a fun day, but that's besides the point. So this is part 2 of my building with every lot type series. The first one is on my channel. I'll probably put it in a card so you can click it right now if you want to. And this one is going to be a tiny house. So the first one I did was a micro house, and this is a tiny house, and then next episode will be a small house. And then I had in mind that I wanted to do a tiny house that was 2 houses in one, just to make it really hard for me. So I decided to do a tiny townhouse. Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. A tiny townhouse. I know. Don't even ask me how I made it work, okay? So I had in mind that a couple would live in one side, and then in the other side it would be a single person who is just trying to get his money up so he can move out and live on his own in a very nice, lovely house. So this house is for your Sims on a budget who will use the roommate feature to get roommates, and then basically just are working upwards to being able to afford to live on their own. And then it's a tiny house, so it comes with all the tiny living stuff, perks for tiny homes. I'm not exactly sure if I remember exactly what perks they are, but yeah, it comes with perks. So right now it took me a while to get the roof right, because first I wanted to do like a nice little like curved, no, sharp roof, like the triangle ones, and then it just didn't look nice and made the house look so kind of weird. So I ended up settling on half walls at the end of the day, and then it added tile to it, so I had to add a roof inside the house walls because that increased the number of tiles I was using and took it up to a small home. And if you remember, I was trying to do a tiny home, so we did not want it going up to a small home. Right now I'm just basically like putting stuff on the outside of the house. I didn't really put too much on the landscaping. Well, I put stuff outside. It's a small lot, so it's easy to fill up, but I didn't put like trees and stuff. I more filled it up with like walking areas so they can get to the back to put their bins in and to change them thermostat whenever they want to. So I'm doing the kitchen now. I completely scrapped this kitchen. So, well, I don't scrap it. I move it to the other side of the house because in my mind, I wanted to build that side that I'm building right now for the single person, and then the other side for the double person, because the side I'm building right now has the smallest space upstairs for the living area. And then I could tell that there was no way a couple was going to live in the other side downstairs because the kitchen was kind of weird. Also, the staircase took way too much space, so I ended up turning it into a ladder. Yeah, that's the word. So yeah, you can see me going back up now and trying to figure out what to do with this tile area. And then I deleted the tiles and added that what's it called, roof there, that I end up actually like dividing into two to so that because it's 2 sides of the house, they're not sharing like the same roof area. Well, they are, but they're not at the same time. Then I added like vents so they could have ventilation in their house, I guess. um so yes, so this is where you see me deleting the staircase and changing it to a ladder, so I have more space in this tiny home for a room, a bedroom, and a bathroom, because then I remember that they actually have to have a bathroom upstairs because there's no space to put it downstairs. And then I think soon enough you'll see me basically changing the downstairs area to be a bit smaller for this single person living here, so that I could make the downstairs area of the double room people to be a bit bigger. And then this single room side of the house, you have to go through the bathroom to get into the bedroom, because there was no way I could fit a bed in to the side of that. I have no idea why I thought 2 single beds were 2 tiles long, but they're not. They're 3 tiles long, and I was like, wow, that took more space than I hoped it would take, like, yeah, you see me right now moving the downstairs build area around. Yeah, so I completely lost my train of thoughts. Yeah, so I put ladders in there because the staircase was taking too much time. Then I was thinking about how I was going to make it that they had a double bed fitting in there that could actually be accessible for both of the people living in that house, and also have the bathroom be accessible at the same time. So as it is right now, it's not accessible. So I move it about a bit later to look a bit more accessible and pleasing to the eye, of course, because that's what's really important in builds, to make them pleasing to the eye. And if you decide to play in this house, I advise you get a roommate to live in the other house, because literally you can't pay the bills alone because there's so much bills. Well, if you turn off everything on the other side of the house, you won't actually use that much. So it makes sense, kind of. Or you could play as the couple and the person, so it's not roommate, so there's three Sims living in the house that are in your household. It makes a lot of sense. Depends on how you want to play it. And then basically I completely forgot how to move stuff up and down. I kept pressing 9 and 0 and it wasn't working, but for some odd reason it started working a few seconds later, so that is a bit crazy. And then I move it onto the table, and then you see me come outside to change up the wall paint a little bit. The door kind of bugged out there, so I had to delete the walls and then put them back together. I changed up the wall because townhouses, actually, though they do look exactly the same, sometimes there's like little differences, like in the, like what I've just done now, like in the brick color and tiles outside, just to show you where the two separate houses actually are. Yeah, so then I'm still doing the downstairs part, kitchen and dining room and living room area of the couple's house, and then I put in the little tiny living TV, bookshelf, and stereo set. I think that's right. And then I put like a coat hanger there and something else that you'll see in a bit. I forgot what I put there. I put coat hanger and no, you're not going to see in a bit. Take that back. I go upstairs and put some paintings up randomly. I actually couldn't find the coat hanger, so I was scrolling for like a bit, and then I found the coat hanger and put it up there. As then I moved that, definitely. Yeah, I put a lamp down. I put the tiny living lamp down so that there would be a bit of like light that wasn't just hanging from the ceiling, because ceiling lights are a bit boring, I will not lie to you. And then I put some more light in the kitchen as well, and then changed the wall paint and the floor paint. And then I put like a rug under the dining table. um then you see me move back upstairs to the room, and then I make the bathroom smaller, and I kind of stuff the shower like really close to the toilet and the hand washing thing. So, well, the thing about The Sims is that if your hygiene is low, you actually don't need the shower to actually work. You can just wash your hands in the sink again and again. And then I do that, and then the bed is accessible from both sides. I'm pretty sure I changed that in a bit into something else. So yeah, I think, yeah, I changed it so that the door could fit, because the door disappeared after I moved it in to make the, so now the bed is actually accessible from one side. But I'm pretty sure they will fix the bug that doesn't allow Sims to scoot over on the bed in a new patch updates for The Sims 4. So your Sims will definitely be able to scoot over on their bed areas in the future, and then they actually don't need to be able to get onto the bed from both sides because they can move down. So that's just me talking, because I actually don't know if that's actually been confirmed. I'm just talking. And then I tried to fit curtains on the windows, but they kept like glitching to be on the outside side of the window, so I just left them curtainless, so now they can look outside and have a little outside lighting as well as inside lighting in their homes. Then you see me move on to the bathroom of the other guy, like the single person who lives on his own. and then I put in a shower and a toilet down, and then I didn't put in a sink, so he washes his hands downstairs. No, I put in a sink. I put in a sink because his bathroom was actually bigger, so he had more space in his bathroom than the other couple did. So I don't think I put in a sink downstairs. So he actually can only wash his dishes and everything upstairs in the toilet. But that's fine because we're living small just so we can like conserve money and conserve the environment. So we don't actually practically need two sinks. It's a bit of overkill. So then you see me come downstairs and try to fix up his little kitchenette area. And I really liked what I did with the counter because, you know, they need a counter to obviously cook. So I kind of made it like in front of the TV so he could watch TV while he was making his food. And I also put a computer down there because in my head, whoever would live there would also be like a student. So they would need to work a lot. Or, well, not a student. They could be someone who just needs a little laptop to work. So I put laptop, and the laptop is on the dining table. So, but then since it's portable, he can put it in his inventory and then eat on the table that will have nothing on it. If you get exactly what I'm saying. So I think we're coming to the end of furnishing this house, and then you will see me go soon to finish the landscaping. In like 5 seconds because I forgot to put lights everywhere. And then you see me come outside and try to fix up the landscaping a bit, put a bit of pathways and not have it looking all boring and just green with that lone one tree. I wanted to, in my head, I wanted to put like a garage area with cars. And then I was like, no, they'll just ride a bicycle and or use the bus because using cars in The Sims 4 is a bit of overkill because since it doesn't actually affect your gameplay because the Sims actually don't know how to drive. So yeah, so I just put like a little bit of shrubbery around the area, some outside lights, and then I put like a little back space. It's not really a backyard space. It's like little corners where their bins are and any little thing that they have. So the single side of the house has a bicycle in the back, and the double side of the house, double bed side of the house has just a bin. And yeah, and then I think I removed that. I realized how would they get in from the inside, and then they can't get in from the inside. There was absolutely no space to put a door leading to the outside from the back. So they would just have to walk around the entire house before they can get anything from the back. I mean, it's a small house, so it wouldn't actually take that long for your Sims to move around the house. And then I put 2 mailboxes, but in actual gameplay, I think they will actually deliver mail to just one of the mailboxes and not both of them. And I put a little area for anyone to be able to turn on and turn off the thermostat whenever they want, because you don't want to have it in one side of the house and then have to like walk there when you need it if you're not playing with. And then also you don't need 2 thermostats to control the entire house, so it just seems like a bit of overkill to have 2 thermostats. And then you see me put a little bit of terrain paint down to make it look a bit more realistic, and we are coming to the end of the video. So tell me if you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Pictures, make sure you can see no days. That we secure like my money in a safe. I look like babe, oh I'm on the way. Did you know when I'm not a mile away? When I'm outside, please don't make me wait. The party's starting.